The first part will be about why is it controversial. For a bit of context, euthanasia is the act of intentionally ending a person's life, usually to relieve their suffering from an incurable or painful disease or condition.
It sparks ethical, legal, medical, philosophical, and personal debates. As for recent news, published on France 24 on 27/05/2025, France's National Assembly allowed euthanasia for terminally ill adults, which came with controversy with Catholic bishops and religions. The second part will be about why do some people agree with it. How can euthanasia help people who are suffering with no hopes of recovery?
Yeah, it relieves their pain. So what's the purpose of letting them feel the pain when you can just relieve them if there is no hope, no, they may survive or the disease may just diminish. Yeah,
Thank you. Okay, how can euthanasia help people who are suffering with no hopes of recovery?
So if they have no hope at all, it is better to take the treatment because they will at least lower the amount of suffering they feel in their lifetime. So I recommend to take it. Okay? ماشي الحال.
Thank you. How can euthanasia help people who are suffering with no hopes of recovery?
So in case the patient really, the doctors decide that this patient really has no hope, I think this helps him from suffering. I'm not sure if really, my dad passed through this, honestly. But he died naturally. He passed away naturally. But I was thinking that if the doctors told us that they really need to take this decision to help him, I think I will go for this. I think it will be okay for us.
Okay.
To avoid the sufferings. And I don't know. I'm not in the patient's shoes to see if what feelings this patient would have been feeling, or I really don't know. But as an outsider viewpoint, if this really helps, we go for this decision.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, from a medical point of view, we asked how should doctors decide if a person qualifies for euthanasia? To answer it, we took from a report in the National Institute of Health, which said that doctors deciding on euthanasia's eligibility must ensure that the request is voluntary, well considered, and arises from an unbearable suffering due to a terminal illness without prospect of improvement.
The third part would does your religion allow it, and what do you think about it?
My religion doesn't allow it actually. الإسلام يعني حتى قتل النفس هو الانتحار حرام، وهذا يعتبر قريب من الانتحار يعني، وقتل المسلم إجمالا حرام عندنا بالإسلام. وغير هيك إنه الروح عنا هي شيء يعني من الله، فالله اللي بيتحكم فيها مش نحن، ما عنا حرية الاختيار بالإسلام. وبعيدا عن الدين كمان نفس الشيء، أنا ما بأمن إنه أي حدا بحق له يتحكم بحياة شخص آخر. طبعا يعني لما نقول قتل رحيم يعني ممكن حدا يكون غايب عن الوعي، حدا انه فاقد شيء من القدرات العقليه كذا، فالمين اللي بقرر بالعدل الاهل. انا برايي انه ما حدا بحق له، حتى لو اهله ما حدا بحق له يتحكم بحياه الشخص. وشايفين كتير قصص وسامعين كتير قصص يعتبروا معجزات، كيف عالم بيكونوا على طرف الموت يعني، وبالاخير بيرجعوا بعيش وبيرجعوا لحياتهم الطبيعيه. فبرايي انه لا، ما لازم يعني ناخذ هيك قرار ونترك الامور تاخذ مجريها الطبيعي.
Okay, thank you.
Does your religion allow it? What do you think about it?
My religion is Islam, so I would say no, it doesn't allow it because Islam frowns upon suicide, and euthanasia is a kind of suicide. So I would think no, it probably wouldn't be allowed. And me personally, I think no, it depends on the case. And for example, if someone is terminally ill and they know their day is going to come like 100%, then I think they should get euthanized instead of just waiting around and suffering for nothing.
Thank you. What does your religion think about euthanasia?
They don't agree with it, or they think it's a sin, or that it shouldn't happen. بس أنا I think إنه in some cases إنه I do support وإنه it really all depends on like the person, how critical their situation is, how much like pain they're in really like كمان what other people like their families like ما بحس إنه we shouldn't let like one opinion from a religion affect like all the people is like that person wants. We shouldn't let our personal like opinion or our personal هيدا affect whether they get access to it ولا لا. We shouldn't let that happen.
Thank you.
From a specialist's point of view, we asked, does euthanasia contradict the doctor's oath? For context, the Hippocratic Oath is a promise doctors make where they swear to follow rules like do not harm and keep patient secret. But in some places, breaking this oath isn't just about behavior, it can lead to legal trouble. Keep patient secret.
Indeed, in another report of the National Institute of Health, some interpretations of the Hippocratic Oath are seen as contradicting euthanasia. However, other perspectives argue that the oath's focus on doing good and avoiding harm could be interpreted to support euthanasia in cases where it elevates unbearable suffering.
For the final part, we will be talking about should it be allowed in Lebanon, and as a side note, no countries in the Arab world allow euthanasia.
Do you think Lebanon will allow it in the future?
I think it's hard. I think mostly it's because of the political parties here, the religious backgrounds of the political parties. So I don't think it's possible to be that easy for it to be applied in Lebanon.
Thank you. Do you think that euthanasia will be accepted in the future of Lebanon?
I think it already should be accepted. Euthanasia is an act of mercy. It's because it's considered not accepted because of religion, but it should be considered accepted the same reason, religion, because religion advocates for mercy. إنه يكون رحيم merciful for everyone to be at peace and tranquil, and to lack of suffering. So if someone's suffering constantly and their brain dead, they're unable to do anything, they're basically soulless, they don't have anything more to contribute, and their existence just be a pain, just pain. I think, yes, it is morally correct and it's the ethical thing to do, so it should be accepted and it will be accepted.
Thank you.
Lebanon have many problems in the past. No, I think they won't accept it, but I hope they do, and I think maybe some hospitals will do it like without anyone knowing, and just lie on the report or something. As she said, it's like it's letting go of someone that's already in pain and they can't do anything about it. So it's just sad looking at a person that's in pain and they can't do anything, they can't move, they can't talk, they're just there on the bed doing nothing, and you don't put them out of their misery.
Wait, I want to add something. Usually farmers and people who raise animals, they kill the animals once they're sick because they know they can't recover and they don't want them to be tortured. That practice should not just extend to animals, it should extend to us humans because they feel like we're more sentient, we have more conscious.
Thank you very much.
Researches done by the Lebanese university students showed that out of 440 participants, half of them didn't know that euthanasia was illegal in Lebanon, with most of them being religious.
Healthcare students showed better knowledge, while non-religious students had more favorable attitudes towards euthanasia.